Grand Rising, beautiful people. Grand Rising. How is everybody doing today? Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. How are we doing? Let me get this on gallery view so I can see who was actually up this morning. Grand Rising, Queen Jennifer. Grand Rising, Queen Danielle. Grand Rising, Crystal T. Grand Rising, Queen Angela, Grand Rising, Queen Yvette, Grand Rising, everybody. Queen Leanne, oh, y'all in here with y'all cameras on. I absolutely love it. Queen Yolanda, King Major. Who else is in here? Val, I see you, beautiful. Delonda, I see you. Grand Rising, everybody. How are y'all feeling this morning? Queen Linda, I love it. I love it. I love it. I want y'all to just drop one word in the chat and tell me how you feeling on this third day, on this winning Wednesday. This is your third day. How are you feeling? One word in the chat on this winning Wednesday. Alert. I love it. Yes, 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 yes. Because y'all are here this morning. We are up. If you can turn your cameras on, please do. Excited, fuel, motivated. Not that T word. Get that T word out of here. There's a lot of us that are absolutely that word, but I want you to stay the course. Put stay the course in the chat. Put stay the course in the chat. This is a lot of information, but it's powerful information. And listen, it's not just a winning Wednesday, it's a worthy Wednesday. Put worthy in all caps in the chat. And the reason why that word is so important is that I want every single last one of you to know and understand that you are truly worthy of the success and the life that you want to live. A lot of us are investing into these things, but we don't truly believe that we are worthy of having the life that we really want. But you are. I promise you that you are. And honestly, today, it's about us shifting the way we look at the way we see debt. It's about shifting our mindset and the way that we are carrying around this weight around debt. Because not all debt is bad debt. Put it in the chat, y'all. Not all debt is bad debt. In fact, when it's used properly, I promise you, you can learn how to use that debt to leverage your life in a way that will unlock doors for you that you couldn't even believe was possible. It's going to take you to your next level. It's going to multiply the money that you already have. And I know my mentors like to say, we call it making those money babies, right? You want your money to have babies. So on this winning Wednesday, on this worthy Wednesday, I'm going to go ahead and move out the way. Because again, there's only one person that's going to help us shift the way we see our money, shift our mindsets as far as how we see debt, change the way that we're carrying around this weight that we think is a burden to understanding, right? I tell you all the time, our mindset mogul, what does he do? He is the one that shifts our mindset to become a tool set that's going to carry us to our assets. So I need everybody to put mindset in all caps in the chat. Put mindset in all caps in the chat, y'all. Let me see it. Let me see it. Let me see it. Come on. Put mindset in all caps in the chat. Wake up, wake up, wake up. And when I say unmute, I want everybody to unmute. And I want y'all to act like right now it's 8:35 at night. I want y'all to act like you done had a full day. You got all of this energy. And I want you to pour all the love and all your energy into our mindset mogul, y'all. Let's go. Come off mute, everybody. Let's go.
Morning.
Hey,
Hey.
good morning.
Morning,
Good
everybody.
morning. Good morning.
Hey.
Good
Morning.
morning. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello, everyone.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good morning. Hi,
Morning.
everyone.
Good morning, good
Morning,
morning.
Good
everyone.
morning.
Good
Morning,
morning.
Miss Ed
Hello.
Moto.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Grand Rising.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
Okay. I see.
morning.
Today is a good day for a great day, right, ladies and gentlemen? Go ahead and put the trophy emoji in the chat. If today is a good day for a great day, go ahead and put the trophy emoji in the chat. Go ahead and put the trophy emoji in the chat. You are the best of the best, top of the top, cream of the crop. And today we have a good one for you. How many of us felt like this last 2 days, last 3 days, the work that we've been doing is a lot of work, but we didn't expect to do this type of work? You weren't expecting to have to clean your rooms or, clean up that space that has been a little cluttered. You weren't expecting to get the life-changing results that you're getting like this. But, you're happy to be here. Go ahead and put the trophy emoji in the chat if that is you. Go ahead and put the trophy emoji in the chat if that is you. Today is Wednesday, and on Wednesday, we usually like to talk about money. How many of us like money? You like money? Let me know in the chat if you like money. Let me know in the chat. You like money? Okay, there we go. I'm seeing some people say yes, some people say yes. All right, cool. So what do you know about money? Put it in the chat. Tell me anything that you know about money. Tell me anything that you know about money. Today, I want to make sure that we rewire our minds about wealth, because sometimes we have these certain ideas. Remember the little Johnny story? Who remembers the little Johnny story? Who remember the little Johnny story? You remember how when he was growing up, his dad was telling him he can't afford it. Oh no, not right now. Just sit down and be quiet. These are some of the things that we grow up learning and internalizing. So now that when it's time for us to make investments into ourselves, or just for us to do things that will elevate our lives financially, we find ways to tell ourselves no. Okay? We find ways to tell ourselves no. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk through debt a little bit, debt as a tool, not a problem, but also solution awareness around this stuff. So before we even get to anything about debt, I want to make sure we get to something that is fundamental, and is the reason why I had you all cleaning up your rooms and everything. So one of the things is procrastination is intentional. Somebody put into the chat, procrastination is intentional. Put into the chat, procrastination is intentional. How many of us waited until I gave the instruction to go clear that space, but you know that you've been wanting to clear that space for a long time now? Go ahead and put it in the chat. In fact, I want you to put how many days it took. How many days did it take you from when you knew that you should have, cleaned that area up, or when it first started getting cluttered, to the moment that you actually did it? And this is not for everyone to see, for you to feel bad. No one really knows what you're talking about anyway. And we did show you that no one really cares. This is about you. When you're honest about where you are, that's when you can get to where you want to be. So I want to have you be present with this, because a lot of us want to create money and want to create these opportunities to collect cash, but we are looking at things differently. So how many of us don't want people in our business? Put a 1 in the chat if that's you. You don't want people in your business, but you have a business. You don't want people in your business, but you have a business, or you want to start a business. Well, newsflash, if you don't have people in your business, how do you make money? How do you collect cash? And in fact, you actually don't make it. Only the people who work at the Treasury actually make it. You collect it. Your job is a lot easier. Well, I guess printing it would be super easy, but your job is easier than what you think it is when you start to reframe and rewire your mind about how money is collected. Think about it. Let me know in the chat. Is it easier to make the money, or is it easier to collect the money? Let's just put it in a better perspective. When a kid, or not even a kid, let's just say you got gifted with some money and you didn't have to make it, you didn't have to work for it, you didn't have to do anything, you just collected it. Okay, thank you, I'll take that. When some of y'all got the stimulus checks, when I'm talking about some of y'all, I'm talking about me, I got the stimulus checks. When I got the stimulus check, it was about collecting it. It had nothing to do with making it. I already put the work in to make it. I just had to collect it. So we want to rewire our brain because language gives us our reality to choose to create the type of outcome that we have. So procrastination is intentional. So write that down, put that inside your notes. Okay, put that inside your notes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the literature read so that way we can get present. With this, okay? So what I want to have, so we're going into this book once again, Becoming More Effective in Less Time book. This is one of my best-selling books, and this right here, this is the key. I use this on these challenges. Why? Because this is what everyone's going for. Everyone is looking to become more effective in less time. Let me just show you that. Let me just show you. Do you walk to work or do you take transportation to work? Let me know in the chat. Do you walk to work or do you take some sort of transportation to work? Okay. Why? Let me know in the chat. Why? And let's go. I need everybody in the chat moving. Okay. Let's make sure we're up, active, and ready to participate. That's why we call you the MVPs. You know, I want everyone to be focused here today. I don't want you playing on Instagram or any other app. I want you focused right here. This is where transformation is happening at. Okay, why do you actually use transportation instead of walking to work? Put the true answer in the chat, just so we can start to get to the understanding of why everybody wants to become more effective in less time. Your primary goal is to become more effective in less time. That's your goal. See, the primary pathway to get to the goal is through strategic partnerships. That's why you partnered with who? The person who made the truck. You don't know who made the truck, but somebody made the car or somebody made the train, and you partner with those people to get to your destination faster. Yes or no? Yes or no? So when you order food, right? Did you actually have to physically create the opportunity inside of your garden to produce the fruit or to produce the food? Or did you call someone, order something where they brought it to you? Why? Put the answer in the chat. And for some of y'all might be like me, like, you know, when I was growing up, Friday nights, it was no cooking going on Friday nights. It was Chinese restaurant, okay? Or pizza. Or if you was really in the hood like us, then you was in a chicken spot on Friday night talking about, can I get a center breast or a thigh with some biscuits? Well, maybe I'm bringing out my own things. That was me then, okay? Excuse me. So I want you to think about procrastination is intentional. I want you to think about becoming more effective in less time. I want you to think about all of these things because they're playing a role in what you have going on in your life. Okay? It's playing a role for what you have going on in your life. And once again, the reason why you order groceries or you have delivery is because you want to be more effective in less time. That's why you order Amazon, right? To be more effective in less time. Cool. So at this point, I want to turn to chapter 11. So if you all can turn to chapter 11, turn to chapter 11. We're going to go to the section. Let's go to the first section. So this one is about vision. So I want you to write this down so that way you're very clear on this. You must make a plan and you must work your plan. However, be aware that this is not my truth. It's just the truth. Life does not go according to plan. It only goes according to vision. Write this down. Life doesn't go according to plan. It goes according to vision. So you must imagine the possibilities. Your life is created on possibilities, whether you see yourself as the person where you have everything that you want, or you're the person right now who doesn't have what you want. Put this in the chat. If you don't have what you want, put don't have what I want. If you do have what you want in your life, put I have what I want. Just so you're clear. Life doesn't go according to plan. It goes according to vision. But I want to know, you don't have what you want or you have what you want. I know some of you all have some of what you want. I know that you have, all of you have some of what you want. I know that. But what I'm getting you to see is that your life is created by you. And if you say you don't have what you want, all that means is that you don't see and didn't create a clear enough vision through your plan, right? So we now need to explore that, because the one thing that's going to allow you to fail in business is if you don't plan. The one thing that's going to allow you to fail in your relationships is if you don't act on your plan. You could agree or you could disagree. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just here to help you. So as we read, it says, imagine the possibilities. That's a key word. Anytime I give you a key word that you normally don't use, but it sounds impactful to you, write it down. Possibilities. Because that's all we're working on. All we're working on is possibilities. Everything that we ever do is through possibility. The reason why you get hooked on movie trailers, right, is because you're watching something and you're looking to see the possibility, the outcome, to see how it ends. That's why everyone loves to go, not everyone, but a lot of you all, you hear your neighbors arguing outside, you'll run to the window and you'll look out and peek out and see what's going on, because you want to see what's happening. You want to know the possibility of what could happen. The same thing works in your life too, but let's use it as a tool. So now as we read the paragraph, it says, we are intentionally creating our future space. Whatever you want to show up in your world, you must first be the reflection of that possibility. Okay, there goes one of those keywords, reflection. Make sure you write down reflection, because a lot of times we want the result without being the reflection, without doing the work. So you cannot complain about the results you got from the work that you did not do. Make sense? So reflection, you must reflect that. You must reflect that. As we continue to read, it says, encourage yourself to feel the sensation of your possibilities and reflect that sensation onto others in yourself. Keyword, write the keyword. Let me see if y'all following along. The keyword. Let's see. Put it in the chat. What was the keyword in that one? Ooh, Miss Jennifer is ready. She's not gambling with it today. she put it on. She said, look, sensation. Yes, because when you feel, you make it real. Low key, y'all, that's the hack right there. That is the hack right there. You have to feel the money coming to you. You have to feel the opportunity. You have to feel and know and believe that it's happening, because it is. See, a lot of us know and feel the opposite effect because we have more conditioning in that opposite effect, right? Where we feel, oh, I think it's going to go wrong. Oh, how many of us do this? This is the golden ticket for this example. You hope for the best, but you prepare for the worst. Uh-oh, did I call you out? You hope for the best, but you prepare for the worst. Stop doing that. That is done, because your sensation, think about it. Which has a more heightened sensation? A happiness or terror? Happiness or terror? Which one? If you're terrified, or if you're scared, or if you're anxious, which one has a more heightened experience? Most likely is going to be the one that you think the worst. Why? Because in this world, the worst of what could happen will happen. So we're terrified of anything that's going down that lane, right? What is the worst thing that could happen in this life? What is the worst thing? What is the worst thing? Failure, okay? Death, right? That's the worst thing. So anything going down, something that's not moving you up forward, you fear that. So how many of us are dealing with anxiety? And when I say procrastination is intentional, you create anxiety. Anxiety is a creation of your mind. Once again, your lifestyle is your mindset turned inside out. Whatever you tune into, you turn into, because this is a frequency-based world. So most of us are tuning into the fear frequency, but fear is a bad imagination. Anxiety is a fear, a caution over a future imagined danger. Literally, you're imagining this. You're imagining it. And if you have anxiety, I'm not downplaying anxiety, because all of us are going to experience anxiety as part of life, but staying stuck in it, that's where we go wrong. Okay, so we are intentionally creating our future space. Whatever you want to show up in your world, you must first be the reflection of that possibility. Encourage yourself to feel the sensations of your possibilities. Who could you truly be in this world? And reflect those sensations onto others. So right now, what I want you all to do is write down your 3 possibilities of what you want to reflect to yourself into the world. The way to think about that is, what do you want to show up in your life? And I'll give you an example. For me, it was love, connectivity, and financial prosperity. But in order for love to show up to me, I have to be more loving. In order for connectivity to happen, I have to be more open to connection. Now, I can't be so skeptical about what people might say about me or how they might feel. I just have to be me. And then a financial possibilities, a financial prosperity, I have to actually take risks and be smart and intentional with my money. Otherwise, all of us already touch millions. Let's be real here. All of us already touch 500,000. Put a 1 in the chat if you already throughout your lifetime touch 500,000. You already did it. Now, the issue is not about how much money you collect. It's about how much money you keep. So you must be the reflection of what you want. If you want $1 million, you have to know how to keep $1 million. You have to know how to move $1 million. If you can't manage $100, you can't manage $1 million. It's just that simple. Okay, as we continue to read, in other words, be the change that you want to see in this world with intention, with the intention of becoming more effective in less time. You are running out of time. How many of us feel like we're running out of time? How many of us feel this way? See, it seems like when we were younger, right? And let me know if I'm wrong. It seems like when we were younger that time used to go by super slowly. Like I remember being in class and, I get sleepy around 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, but then 3 o'clock hits, I'm wide awake. But it felt like forever for 3 o'clock to hit. Nowadays, shoot, you blink this 3 o'clock. You get off this call and do one other thing, it's 5 o'clock. You're like, wait, what's going on? You start going to bed at 12. You used to go to bed at 9. You start going to bed at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Oh man. And you still get up early and then wonder why you're tired, right? So I want you to put this in perspective. It's not that time is moving any faster. You're just more aware of how few hours you actually have in a day. So ask yourself, where do I want to be? Where do I see myself in the next year, the next 5 years, 10 years? But for real, I want you to ask yourself, where do you see yourself today, tomorrow, by the end of this challenge? Okay. If you want financial freedom for yourself, financial freedom, it's you probably already got it. Like some of you are free from financial worry, financial burden. You need to be more specific. I used to say financial freedom. I now say financial prosperity because I need abundance. Somebody put abundance in the chat. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like getting rich was not what I thought it was. I thought you get rich and then you're set for life. Getting rich, now you got to work even more. So now I'm forced to become more effective in less time. I'm forced to do it because I didn't know that once you make X amount of dollars that you're going to even spend even more money. The more money you make, the more money you're going to spend. Like, I'm going to be real with you. Some of y'all not cut out right now to be entrepreneurs, to be business owners. I don't even know if you're ready for it. I don't even, I'm going to be honest. I don't even know if you're ready for it. But procrastination is intentional. So the longer you delay your duties to yourself, the longer it's going to take for you to get to where you want to be. That excerpt was from Becoming More Effective in Less Time. And once again, this book will change your life for the rest of your life if you allow it to do so. And if you have already gotten this book and it has changed your life, go ahead and put something in the chat to let other people know that it will. What I'm going to do is turn our attention to a story really fast, then go into the debt. Oh, these mindset max out. That's good. I forgot how good the original one tastes. The Peak Mind Punch. It tastes so good. All right, cool. So real quick, I want to just bring up some points. I'm not going to go in detail into this stuff, but what I am going to do is I'm just going to tell you kind of fast. So write whatever comes to you, like whatever I'm speaking about. If it's something comes to you and it clicks, write that down. So I want you to think what your number one problem is when it comes to finances. And then I also want you to think about the solution. Okay. Now, when you think about your number one problem, you think about your solution. I also want you to think about your overall vision. And then I want you to really ponder on this. What is your margin for error? And when I say margin for error, I want you to think in a manner of how much time do you really have left? How much time do you actually have? I know for a fact, family members and friends, they come, they go. Some people was here today, they die today. It used to be you're here today, gone tomorrow. All of a sudden is you're here today and you're gone today. Well, what's in a real question, what's stopping that from being you? Like, you could be the one that's on that list next. Like, I'm blessed for all of us to be able to be on this wake up list here. For that's why we snap it up, we clap it up, and we celebrate each other, because we made it to another day. But some people are not blessed to wake up the next day. And I really want you to think, what is your margin for error? When you cleaned your space, didn't you get a good feeling, a good sensation? Didn't you get happier? So the cleaner your space is, the happier you become. So just by cleaning your space 2 times as much or 2 times more than you do now, you'll get a happier life. Who would have thought? Who would have thought just cleaning my space would make me happier? Because all of us are claiming for happiness. I want happiness. I want happiness. Clean up. That sounds like my grandmother. You really do take on your parents' identities later on. Like, I'm not a fan of a bunch of noise going on in the background. And I'm not a fan. That's why I be like sensitive with the mics on mute. But also just clean up. Like, I used to be the one in the family. I come over to visit. I bust down the door. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? What's going on with all this junk? Clean this stuff up. Nobody wanted me around. Mom said, Mogul, get out of here, man. I like the way my house is. If you don't like it, you get out of here. All right, whatever. So, and I think some of y'all know what I'm talking about. I think some of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you're the best in your family for something, and they hate you for it. Like, I'll just tell it what it is. Okay, you cut in my place, you tell me what it is too. I don't care. Be honest with me. But I want us to see debt differently. Okay, I want us to see debt differently. Somebody put it in the chat. What is debt to you? Put it in the chat. What is debt? What is debt? Go ahead and put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. What is debt? Let us know. Put it in the chat. Let me know. What is debt? Okay. Problem or an opportunity. The amount I've spent, committed to, that's unpaid, mismanagement, temporary. Somebody said the monkey. What's the monkey? When they say get the monkey off your back, I guess I'm too young to understand that. But somebody educate me on the monkey. Sunshine, you laughing? Why? Because you know what that means or something? What is the monkey? All right. Bills, evil. Somebody put evil in the chat. Shanae, is that you? You think debt is the devil? Shanae said debt, that's the devil. That's no, that's not the devil, man. That's not evil. It's the way that you use it. Okay. Monkey burden. Okay, cool. So why do they call it monkey wrench? I guess that like two separate things. All right, cool. So debt, right? Some of y'all look, hey, I need to learn too. Y'all help me out. Maybe help each other, okay? So tool, right? Tool basically is time, opportunity, order, leverage, or the outcome of leveraging. And I want everyone to write tool in the chat. It's something fundamental about a tool. And I think most of us don't understand tools. So this is where we get caught up. Tools, okay? What is a tool? If a tool is acting in its intention, meaning if you use it in its intended form, or if you misuse it, in its not intended form. You get two different results, okay? So when you have a tool and you use a tool and it's acting in its intention, you use it for its intention, its purpose, you get or you create great or good results, okay? And I'm going to speed over this because I think we kind of already know this stuff, but it's just good to revisit. It's more about revisiting than it is about learning. Most of you already know. But we know knowing means nothing. All right, so results. And if you use it for a tool that is not intended, you get bad or not so good results. Can we agree or disagree? Which one? If you have a hammer, right? If you have a hammer and you're using a hammer as a spatula, I don't know. Some of y'all be doing some crazy thing. I know I used to use aluminum foil when I'll tell you, I was broke. I used aluminum foil and made a spatula out of aluminum foil. And then my grandmother walked in, why are you wasting this aluminum foil? Like, I'm telling y'all my trauma, okay? So if you're using a hammer as a spatula, would you get a great result or would you get terrible results? Let me know in the chat. Yeah, that's right, Nikisha. I also made a spoon out of it too. Y'all don't know nothing about that, okay? You know nothing about it. All right. All right, you won't get great results. So we understand that. Because why? Why is it? Because it's not in its intended purpose. Make sense or no? It doesn't make sense. So a lot of times we need to operate in a way where we should upgrade our minds. Okay? A tool helps you upgrade. Tool helps you upgrade. Now, if you use the hammer to bang a nail on the wall to hang a picture, would you get a good result or you get a bad result? Or just forget about hanging a picture. If you use a hammer to bang in the nail, would you get a good result or a bad result? Why is that? Because it's acting in its intention. It's very simple. If that's simple, put simple in the chat. If that's clear, put clear in the chat. Let us know. Let us know. I think we kind of understand this, right? Like you wouldn't let a 7-year-old drive your car, or would you? Some of you parents, I had some friends where I used to think my parents were strict because, get inside before the lights get on the street light. When you see them street lights getting ready to come on, come inside. And I got friends, oh, you got to go inside already? And he told me, he was 9 years old outside. Yeah, my parents let me hang out. Later on, but when I was young, I used to think, damn, my parents were too strict. Later on, I realized, damn, his parents didn't care about him. How many of y'all had that revelation? At first, you thought that, yeah, mom was overthinking this, but now you realize, damn, wait, hold up, she actually cared about me. Okay, outside in New York City, Brooklyn. Okay, 9 p.m. past 9 p.m. Street lights on already. You outside and you're 9 years old. Okay, parents really didn't care. So I want you to be cautious of this. If you want better results, you must upgrade your tools. So, okay, if you take a shoe, some of you might get crafty with this. You might take a shoe, got the heel on the shoe, you might bang the nail, and put the nail in place. It might get the work done, but now you just kind of ruin your shoes. You need to upgrade your tool, get the hammer, use the hammer gets in there efficiently, and you're done. It's in there. Or not even just the hammer. Now we have power tools, right? Where you don't have to worry about, because the hammer, sometimes people used to miss the nail and bang their thumb. That's things I used to hear about. People used to miss the nail and then bang their thumb. Okay. Mandy said, that's me. I'm sorry. Sending you love. Okay. Well, we need to upgrade. So now I don't worry about having a hammer. I have the power tools, right? We could just screw that thing in. Like you could just put that thing in, right? And it's up to you to upgrade. Somebody put the word upgrade in the chat. When I moved, I mentioned this, when I moved from New York City in 2023, I stayed like traveling. I was in Atlanta a lot. And this was actually where I met Sunshine, right? Sunshine, I met you in 2023. And for 6 months, I never moved into my place, never did any of that. I know I hired movers, they moved it, never even saw the place. Let me just tell you, I moved into a place, never saw, didn't even know where it was at. I just moved all of my stuff there, trusted people to keep my stuff there. Cool. I left, I traveled around a little bit, I come back. And when I came back, I turned on my computer wasn't working. I got the little notification button at the right hand corner at the screen at the top. It said update available. I kept hitting the X button, I kept ignoring it. How many of us did the same thing? You kept ignoring the message and hit the X button, and it just kept asking me to upgrade. What was happening when it was asking me to upgrade? It just a little message pops up, but I kept denying it. And I said, you know what? I don't need the upgrade. I'm good. I'm good. Because if I upgrade, guess what might happen? I might actually, it might ruin it. It might cancel everything I have or delete some things. So I said, all right, cool. I finally upgraded it. And then from there, the computer worked like brand new. It wasn't slow. It wasn't lagging. I mean, I was hyped to get on the computer. I was just testing things out. I was just trying to open up new tabs. I was doing a whole bunch. I felt like I had a new computer. And some of you can relate to this. And we upgrade our phones, we upgrade our devices, but I want you now to upgrade your mind. Okay? I need you to upgrade your mind. I need you to upgrade your mind. See, there's something called good debt, and there's something called bad debt. What I'm using right now, I want you all to use. I'm using what we call a mind map. Okay? These mind maps are great for taking notes, and it pretty much stores everything in your mind perfectly. Imagine having a drawer of ideas when you could just pull out the top drawer and there's tons of ideas all nice, neatly folded for you. This is what a mind map does. It allows you to organize your thoughts clearly and effortlessly. So when it comes to good debt and it comes to bad debt, I want us to write down some good debt and I want us to write down some bad debt. So for bad, what are some things that might be considered bad debt? The one family house mortgage. When we look at the root word in mortgage, what are we seeing? When we look at the root word in mortgage, what are we seeing here? What are we seeing here? Death. So the idea of the one family mortgage that you spend 5 years in a house or you spend 10 years in a house, you do a refinance, and then from that refinance date, your mortgage starts all over again. That's about 40 years. Typically, they think that you're probably going to pass away before you actually finish paying off the mortgage. And you won't have enough time to be able to switch over and put somebody who you love under the mortgage. And in fact, that's a whole nother way to not do it. But the point is that one family house mortgage becomes bad debt. Good debt is purchasing, let's do like commercial real estate. And strictly, we like self-storage. Okay. I'm going to speed through this because I'm kind of getting low on time. Let's go right to mentorship and student loans. Which one is good debt or bad debt? Mentorship and student loans. Which one? So the reason why student loans will be on the bad debt side and mentorship will be on the good debt side is because mentorship uses the idea of money as a tool, and then it allows you to do exactly what money was meant for, right? And I'll put this on the side, tool for money, so that way we can go over that really fast, right? So good debt, bad debt. Mentorship, student loans. The reason why student loans become bad debt is because they accrue interest but also like when you go for your particular field, by the time you finish, that field is already 4, 5, 6, 7 years older than what it was when you first went in. Did anybody think about it like that? When you go for school and you get into a field, by the time you get out of the field, all of the stuff you've learned, you now have to move off of and learn some new things on the job because what you were learning is now outdated. This is where the issue comes in with the student loan process. Okay. Mentorship, you'll make your money back. Student loans, you have to find a job. And you'll be able to pay your student loans off depending on how much you got. But job stands for just over broke. If you stay at the stepping stone, right? There's nothing wrong with a job. Job is really good. But let's be honest here. How many of us feel like we got a job, we get paid 6 figures, but we still feel just over broke? Let me know in the chat. If you don't want to answer, don't answer, but that's up to you. So let's write down cards. So I'm gonna put CC for credit cards. In some cases, you're paying back loans with your credit cards. Most cases, some of you are going to pay for mentorship with your credit card. Okay, mentorship is good in a lot of ways. And here's why. Well, let's go straight to the credit card because I think we understand why the mentorship is good. And I'll come right back to that and tie it into the money. So the credit card aspect, the reason why it's on the good side is because you can use credit cards for business purchases. A lot of these business purchases are going to be write-offs anyway. But when you use the credit cards for personal reasons, most likely they're not going to be write-offs. But not even just the write-offs, you're accruing personal debt. Business debt is kind of hidden from the personal debt. So if you use your personal debt to get business debt or business credit or business funding, it won't show up on your personal, leaving your personal clear and free to go out and get, the opportunities that you want if you're moving to a new apartment or if you're moving to a new house or things of that nature. But you want to make sure you get multi-family houses if you're doing a house. All right, just in case if one person doesn't pay the rent, you still got 2 other people, 3 other people that's paying rent. Right? If you get a 1-family house and then something like the pandemic happened where literally no one was paying, then you might have to cover that yourself, and then now you're dealing with toilets, tenants, and trash. But if you get commercial real estate and what we like is storage, you don't have to deal with tenants, toilets, or trash. And guess what? Whether it's a pandemic or whether it's a bandemic, it doesn't even matter. People are putting their belongings in storage. So this is a pandemic-proof business, and that's why this will check out. So that way you can never miss payments. You're getting paid on time, and it's so many units, right? So many units that you're going to get paid. And if they don't pay, you can auction off their products. Auction off their belongings and get paid that way. So either way, you can't lose. But when we talked about money being a tool, or when we talked about tools, right, acting in its intended purpose, a lot of us are not using money in its intended purpose. Money is a tool. Money is a tool for what? What is the money tool for? Let me know in the chat. This is where we get ready to speed up. This is where we get ready to speed up, everyone. Money is a tool for what? For more resources. If you're just spending money, you're using money. If you're just spending it just to spend it to get items to fill up your house or to decorate, you're kind of using money in its not intended purpose. So therefore, a lot of us may feel like we don't have money, but you do. Like I was helping my sister move, and when I was helping her move, she has so many products in the bathroom, like half used hair products, makeup, shower, like lotion. And I was wondering, why do women carry all of these products? Like what, like you go to a man's bathroom, we don't have all of that. Like, come on. All right. And no wonder why they're looking for money. Okay. No wonder why they're looking for money. Gentlemen, pay attention, gentlemen. Okay. All right. Pay attention now. So money is a tool to create more resources. First thing we need to understand about money is that money in all language casts spells, right? All language casts spells. So be aware of the root words of language, something called morphology, how words evolved, etymology, right? And I want to break down the root word. The root word in money is mo. Root word in money is mo. Some of you probably seen this before, but it doesn't get old. When you look up mo, somebody go do it right now. Look up mo on Google. Tell me what you get. Mo is a direct correlation to motion. So already we see the foundation of money. You put your money in what we call a bank, right? Motion. So money is meant to be in motion. If you was to take out your hands right now and you were to wave them around in a motion, you're going to feel something, right? You're going to feel energy from the waves that you create. Wait a minute. So you can make money and feel energy from the ways that you create. Oh, how does that make sense? Let's tie it all in together. So money is an exchange of what we will call energy. When you look at the energy of money, it starts to create what we call waves. If your energy, if your motion is big, if you got big motion and you make a lot of money, you have big energy, right? Your energy could create a lot of waves. It could make impact. It could pretty much just move things the way you want it to move. If you had a lot of money, what could you do with it? Let me know in the chat. If you had big motion, big energy, your wave, you could make waves. People could follow what you're doing. You could hire people. You could create jobs. If you could just put your money in places that move, what would you do? A lot of people put it in the chat. A lot of people say, help others. The first thing I want you to do is think about how you help yourself. Okay. So money is like waves. Sometimes you're going to have money where it's going down. And some days you're going to have some money in your bank account or your place where you keep your money, and it's going up. So just like the waves is energy, and like money is meant to come and money is meant to go. Stop holding on to your money. Stop holding on to your money. In fact, hold on. I'm going to play a snippet of this video really fast. Let me play a snippet of this video really fast before I finish this. I want us to see money different. Money is meant to move, okay? Let's see where it's at. I'm going to share this video. This is on the YouTube. We're looking to reach 200 subscribers. So if you like what you're getting ready to see, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. So that way you can see this as well. Let's see, where is it? I'm going to share the screen. Hold up. Let me stop it really fast and I'll redo it. Okay, there we go. Can y'all see it? Let me know when you can see it. Yeah? Okay.
Take the word currency. It comes from the Latin currere, meaning to run, to flow. That's what money was always meant to be. Movement, energy, circulation. And what happens when your inner wiring is built on lack? You block the flow. You repel money without realizing it. It doesn't matter how smart you are, how hard you grind, how much you want it. And somewhere along the line, it got hijacked. Money stopped being flow and started becoming control. Governments, corporations, institutions, they took what was fluid and froze it. Turned energy into shackles. They built a system that looks like freedom, but keeps your soul on a leash. Debt isn't an accident, it's a design. You're told to get an education to succeed, but what you really get is decades of repayment. You trade your time for a paycheck, not to live freely, but to barely survive inside someone else's rules. That's the spell. That's the illusion. And here's the brutal truth. It was never the money that enslaved you. It was how they programmed you to feel about it. The real magic trick wasn't the paper. It was the belief system they baked into your nervous system. The feeling that there's never enough, that you must hustle for permission, that worth equals productivity. But here's what they fear most. If you reclaim your belief, you reclaim your power. Because you were never meant to bow to money. You were meant to use it, a tool. Money is not a god. You were born to flow, not to fear, not to chase, not to grind for the scraps of a system designed to keep you small. Your real job isn't just to make more, it's to escape the trap entirely. To dismantle the invisible architecture in your subconscious that tells you you're only valuable if you're suffering. No, you were built for abundance, and now it's time to return to it. And here's the secret no one teaches you. Money loves movement. It lives in circulation. It dies in fear. When you hoard from panic, you're not protecting your future. You're casting a spell of lack. You're sending one clear, loud signal to the universe. I don't trust the flow. I don't believe more is coming. And the universe? It mirrors that exact frequency back, because this is the law. As within, so without. As above, so below. Your internal state becomes your external bank account. If you feel safe, open, abundant, money flows. If you tighten, hoard, stress, money disappears. Because money isn't just a number. It's current. It's energy in motion. It's called currency for a reason. It was meant to flow.
I'm going to stop it right there. If you would like to check this out, you can on your own time. I'll put this in the chat for everyone. You can go ahead and copy that. Once again, we're looking to reach 200 subscribers by Monday. So if you want to subscribe to us, go ahead for more content like this. I want you all to think about what we're discussing right now. As we mentioned, it's about, oh wait, let me start sharing the screen on this device first. It's about literally putting ourselves in a position of power. You have to feel like you are worthy and you are abundant when it comes to money. Okay? Money is a tool. So don't get so caught up on money and hold it so tightly that it starts to reflect that back in your world. When you say I don't have it, you show that you don't have it and you don't get it. And I know that could sound like a conundrum, but I want you to think, if you believe that you can, you will. So you have to already know that you're abundant, but here's why we're doing this breakdown for you. Because money is meant to be in motion, but if we keep our money in places that does not move the money, we block our energy blessings that create the waves for us to have more money. When you think about waves, I did see somebody put this in the chat. They said current. Okay, we have to see debt differently. Debt, you are already, money is debt by itself. When you go to work and you work the very first, let's say you got a new job, you go get a new job. What happens when you get your new job? You work about 2 or 3 weeks and then they give you money. You work about 2 or 3 weeks, then they pay you the debt, right or wrong? Like they're indebted to you and then they pay you the debt. Think about it. I want you to think about that. You first get your job, you work about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then you get paid. It's debt already. And then they give it to you. See, now debt is you, like credit cards and all of that, is you having money from the future and bringing it into the present. The way to expand that money from the future that you bring into the present is to keep it current, because even the present becomes the past. Even the present is the future. So the present is the current state. Your money must be in the present, and then you will get gifted with things. So what is the present when it comes to current? I want you to think about the words that are being used: money, motion, energy, waves, current. You think about water, right? Flow. How many of you tried to hold on to water? When you was a kid, you first learning about water, you try to hold on to the water. What happens when you hold on to the water? What happens when you roll onto the water? Hold on to the water. What happens? Water goes right through your fingers. What happens when you get your money and you make all these plans? Y'all know what I'm gonna do with the money today. I know what I'm gonna do this time with the money. For some reason, the money just keeps evaporating out of your hand. Let me know if I'm making a mistake. Let me know. Because if you're not keeping the money flowing, then you're not keeping the money current. When you think about bank, what is the bank? Well, the bank is the river bank where the money flows. The bank is the river bank where the money flows, ladies and gentlemen. You're not supposed to be keeping your money in the bank. Okay? Your money is supposed to be moving. You're supposed to be moving your money around. That was supposed to be dollars, but just pretend like, yeah, y'all know that's some dollar bills, okay? Your money is supposed to be moving, but we have to know exactly how to keep the money current. So here is your trick. Here is your hack. When we talk about flow, you're only supposed to move your money in and out the bank to make flow. It's a medium of exchange, not for you to keep your money in the bank. When you keep your money in the bank, you know what they do with your money? They take your money, invest it into different places such as life insurance, stocks, and then they double your money, triple your money. In fact, there's a rule. For every $1 you put into your account, they have the legal right to make $9 more. Basically, almost 10x in the money in your account. So you're making them rich every day, and you're making yourself poorer when you hold it in. So we need to know what to spend the money on, because that is a big issue. So as we tell us things that we're going to put the money in, I'm going to put an arrow like this around so that way we can visually see that we're starting to keep the money current. When you think about these words, right, it's something called PPTs. Okay, somebody put that in the chat. PPTs: people, places, things. Oh, wait a minute, that sounds familiar. What do we call that? People, places, and things. We learned that a long time ago, but we didn't understand how to use the tool. This is a tool. We didn't understand how to use it. What do we call that? Oh, okay. We call it a noun. So here's a fundamental fact. If you want to change your noun, right? It sounds like this sounds like now. But if you want to change your nouns, if you want to change your now, you must change your nouns. If you want to change your now, your life now, your money now, your time now, you must change your nouns. You see how it can sound similar? So you might be casting spells and don't even know that you're doing it. So we have to be clear on how we speak about these things and what we're speaking about. People, places, and things. If you put your money in places, like let's say people, what type of people do you put your money into that you never see the money, you never see a return on the money? It's 9:30. We got pretty much 30 seconds left. If I can have 10 more minutes of your time, let me know. 5 more minutes to finish this, and then 5 to go through the poll. Okay, cool. Which people do you put your money into that it doesn't come back? Which people? Yes. What type of family, right? You definitely strangers too, right? You might give a homeless person a couple dollars. Yeah, you know, they tell you that is a good deed and you might feel honorable doing it. But let's just be real here. The money does not come back to you. I know you may think it does. Oh yeah, God's gonna bless me another way. I know you think that's how it works. Because you've been trained to give your money up without even knowing where you're giving your money to. As long as they keep you in the job, they keep taking the money from you, they keep you on the wheel, and you keep staying in the same cycle. Okay? Where do you put your money at in people where they block your blessings? So, you know, sometimes we have these family, we have things, okay, cool. Now let's use it for our good. What type of people could we put our money into that it can yield a return? So here's your hack. This is your hack. You spend money on things that can make you money, okay? You spend money on people that can make you money. You spend money in places that can make you money. You spend money where it multiplies. This is mathematical. Money is mathematical. Life is mathematical. I want you to start to realize this. This is mathematical. If you want your money to stay current, you have to put it in places where it yields a return, where it gives a return. Spend money where it multiplies. You want your monies to get big, fat, and have money babies. I'm talking about quadruplets. I need you to understand. Your money needs to have money babies. Somebody put in the chat, my money having money baby. Okay. So one of the places you put your money into people, someone said it like what? What's a place where you put your money into, but that's not a place, sorry, people. Which people do you put your money into that will keep your money current? Coaches, investors, okay. So we got coaches. I want you to think about why though, right? It's good to know, but tell us why. Coaches, investors. Sometimes you put your money in investors, you're gonna lose your money. Okay, just so you know. You want to be your best investor. You want to be your best investor. All right, mentors, good. All right, so a lot of you are going to put your money in a mentorship, and it's going to be with Joy, and she's going to show you how to protect your assets, grow the money, so that way you can actually build your business the way you truly want to. Right now, we're only talking about people. We're not talking about places. We're not talking about things. What type of people? You have to realize what type of people, because the issue is we don't know where we're spending our money. That's the issue. We may think we know, but knowing means nothing. So this is how we identify it, right? Savings accounts and REITs, those are not people. So we're not there yet. We just want to focus on people. Focus on people. Somebody said a therapist. I believe so. I'm a therapist. You're spending your money right now. You're spending your time with me right now. And spending your money, that's money too, in some ways. What else? Trainer, right? Good, good. Okay, cool. So we got a few people that we could put our money into. But did anybody say employee? Anybody say VA, employee? Business partner? Come on, we have to think bigger, y'all. We have to think bigger. Business partners, employees. No one said that. No one said it. I'm waiting for us to really think about this stuff. Where do you spend your money where it can multiply? We're not at the business yet. Business is a thing. We're talking about people. Where are people? Chef. Okay, good. Chef. That could extend your life and keep you well, vibrant. But I want you to think of it automatically bringing you money back. Anything that you purchase, somebody else can purchase from you. That's what I want you to think about. If you purchase a mentorship and you get knowledge, somebody else can purchase that information from you, because Joy was a baby at one point in time. Okay, she was a baby at one point in time. She didn't know any of this, but she purchased information, used it, got results, and now she's selling it to other people who can purchase it, use it, get results. Then you can sell it, purchase it, use it, get results. Making sense or no? Are we making sense or no? This is how you keep your money current. You must spend your money in places that you can have other people purchase. Well, not play. Let me say this clearly. Spend your money on things that people can purchase from you. Put your money in places that people can purchase from you. Put your money into people that can provide you with information or help that other people can purchase from you. It's the same thing. Wherever you spend your money, make sure whatever you spend your money on, somebody else can purchase that from you, whether it's knowledge, whether it's some sort of skill set, whether it's a technology. You make sure that is the key. That is the underlining key. So now let's go into places. Which type of places could you purchase that somebody else can purchase from you? What type of places could you invest in that somebody else can invest into it from you? Now we're on to places, okay? What type of places? Good. Rental properties, houses, commercial units. All right, cool. Church. Yes, this is all in the rental. That's all in the houses. Property. Good. Storage. Yes. What else? Okay, good. Business. You see how we're keeping the money current? Okay, vacant land. All right, laundromats. Now we're working. Now, what about the things? What type of things could we purchase that other people can purchase from us? Books. Okay, great. Now we're thinking. Now we know. We got good clarity on this. Books. What else? Food. Yeah, people can purchase food from you. Especially if you're a farmer. Clothes, it depends. Are you selling the clothes? Are you selling them? Eh, Stocks. All right, good. Gold. There we go. But how many of this do you actually have? How many of y'all just telling me good ideas and you don't own any of it? And you're not selling any of it? The way to make money is to sell, or the way to collect money is to sell or get gifted. Which one is more likely? You selling or get gifted with money? Okay. Products, yes. But you see how we're not thinking on a business level? I would love for us to think more on a business level. Nobody said websites. Nobody said funnels. Nobody said ads. No, like nobody said courses. No one said, all right, finally we get somebody that says systems. Okay. You see, I want us to think on that level because this is what we're not thinking about. When you get the opportunity to invest in yourself, you're not thinking about it as if it's something that could help you. So when you do get the time, you go, you know what? No, thank you. I don't think I really need that. Maybe I can run my business without an efficient system. Maybe I can run my business without an efficient system. I don't need that because we're not thinking about it. So we have to practice PPTs, people, places, and things, and knowing exactly where we put our money in. Okay. So I want you to all to take away from this. When you look at words, words are not just words, they mean something. When they mean something, you have to understand what it means. You can get value from it. So when you put your money in motion, it creates this energy that produces some sort of waves. Waves go in and go out. So when you push in, you're going to get something out of it. And the more you do that, the more you stay current. The more you stay current when it comes to finances, the more money you currently have. Make sense? But the way to change your now is to change your nouns. It sounds funny or it sounds weird, but that's just the accuracy. If you keep hanging around people that just only withdraw from you, then guess what? You're not going to have a lot of money. If you keep spending your money in places that only take money from you, it doesn't deposit money back into you, you're not going to have a lot of money. If you just spend your money on things that you're not using to offer to other people so they can pay you to get money, so you can get money from it and they can get a value from it, you're not going to have a lot of money. So if you're the person that's not having a lot of money right now in your life, I want you to think, are you keeping your money current? Are you investing into people, places, and things that will move the money around? When you go and you get your first credit card for your business credit, you should invest into hired help, VAs or assistants, somebody who can help you grow your business. And guess what? Everybody wins. Everybody wants money. So you pay them. Okay, cool. It's a loan that's out in your name. All right, cool. Y'all do the work together with your assistants, with your VAs, and you make the money back. The cards get paid off. You're good to go. They get money, you get money, everybody wins. This is how business works. And then they grow up or they go up to have their own business and they do the same process. And then the change just keeps going on and we all create opportunities. Because one thing about being a boss is this. My brother put me onto this, right? BOSS stands for building opportunities serving society. Building opportunities serving society. Okay. If you're not building opportunities to serve society, you're not really being a boss. Okay. You have to understand that your job, if you're looking to be in business, it's to provide an opportunity. Yes, you want to get paid. So this is how it works. You want to get paid, but what's the opportunity you're going to give to somebody? I want to get paid. What's the opportunity that I'm going to give to someone? I want to get paid. I also need to give an opportunity. When you start to operate that way, you'll see, okay, what do I need to put in motion that has a big enough energy behind it that creates large enough waves to make impact? Waves is just another word for impact. That I'm making so much impact that is keeping my money current. I'm making so much impact, people are willing to pay me. I'm making so much waves. I got so much motion. I'm doing so many good things in life. I'm building opportunities, serving society, that I'm on a call right now. And there's people that want to join my team. There's literally people on a call right now that want to join my team. What's up? How could I learn? How could I get on the team? How could I help? How could I serve? That's how you want. You want your energy, your emotion to be so impactful that when people see you in person, they love being around you. When you speak, they love listening to you. Okay? That's the idea of this. Money, you use the money to love the people. Okay? You could love the money, but just don't misuse the people. A lot of us just want to get money, get money, get money. That's not what this is about. Money is a receipt for the value that you provide. And also, money is a tool, it's a resource to create more money. So if you're using your money to not create more money, you're using your money in a limited way, which doesn't produce a great result. If you find yourself not having a lot of money, it's just find a way to change how you're using the money that you do have. Because just like me, you could turn $300 into $3,000 in less than 3 years, 2 years. In some cases, you could do it in a year, especially if you attach a funding company to this. I'm not going to go in depth with all of that. I'll do that a little bit tomorrow before the guided meditation. Okay. I'm blessed to have coaches license out my work, license out my framework. I'm blessed. Like, I've been helping people grow their businesses, retain their clients, grow their brand, create their identity, master their messaging. And literally, it's been a blessing, not just for me, for the people around me, because I've been creating leaders. Somebody put the word leadership in the chat. And that's why we have this call. Because if you can become a leader, people will pay you. Why? Because you're an expert in your field, or you dominate in a particular field. You know your industry, you know the people, you know what they want, you know how to serve them. And that's what we're doing here. You serve people, and that's how you please God. So if you want to make money, you have to understand how this all works. How can you help somebody become more effective in less time? That's it. That's the ultimate hack. How could I help someone else become more effective in less time? That's it. Just think about, how can you help someone else become more effective in less time? I love using Uber. I love using Netflix, and I love using Amazon in my examples because they're doing it. They're demonstrating those are the biggest companies right now. Right? Real quick before we get ready to close. Uber is helping a person become more effective in less time when it comes to transportation. Netflix is helping someone become more effective in less time when it comes to entertainment. You have all of your favorite TV shows and movies in one place and for one low rate on demand. This is something that wasn't here before. They help someone become more effective in less time. Amazon, you get 2-day shippings on your favorite products. Fast, reliable. This wasn't here before. Y'all remember, I remember growing up and it was 5 to 10 business days. Y'all know what I'm talking about? It used to be 5 to 10 business UPS was not playing. They look, 5 to 10 business days. You get there when they get there. But Amazon, pretty much you can get that same day. Okay, real quick, let me take 1 or 2 hands, 30 seconds or less. Was this class impactful for you in any way? Do you see difficulty differently? Do you see yourself as a new person? And while you're coming up, I'm going to put the poll up. So raise your virtual hand if this was a good class for you in any type of way. And I'm going to put the poll. Let's do the poll, and then we'll close out. Okay. All right, you see the poll? Let me know. Okay, I'll see the poll in the back. Let's start answering those polls. I see some of you have your hand in the chat, but you're supposed to raise your virtual hand. Sunshine, can you help out? Maybe they don't know how to do it.
Sure. Linda, are you able to turn your camera on, love, so we can bring you up? There you go, love. Oh, what just happened? Okay. There you go.
Good morning, y'all. I've had to
Hey.
multitask this morning. Hey, it's my first time on the call with you. I've been missing them. Multitasking, got grandkids coming from Virginia today to my house. So I loved everything you said. I love the noun. I love every analogy you showed. The flowing, the movement, fluid, currency. It's all a play on words. And because we, as a group of people, have not been taught these things, what you call them, financial prowesses. Yeah, we didn't know. So yeah, we can learn, get in there and make our money work for us and others.
All right, great job. Everyone send some love to Linda. Send some love to you for the family coming over. Real quick, how explicit can I be with you? Want to use it as a teacher moment? How explicit?
All the way, give it to me.
Okay. All the way? All right, cool.
Yeah.
I want you to think about being more effective in less time next time. I don't know how short of a notice you got as far as when they came over, but just in the future, always preparing yourself for when they do come over, regardless, right? And that's not me saying anything's wrong with this picture. I just want to give you that encouragement, that motivation to, just stay ready so you don't have to get ready type of thing. So that way you could also be super present with the classes that you invested in as well, because you paid your money to be here, your time, your energy. So you might as well, get as much as you can. Multitasking is a quick way for failure. This is just the reason why I'm just saying this for everyone, because you're only going to retain 10% of what someone says anyway. And that's even when you're paying attention. So just making sure that's very clear. But I'm proud of you because you didn't let that deter you. You actually joined and still stay with it. And also make sure you write down whatever breakthrough that you got, okay? Cool?
Absolutely, sir. And also I've been on every night I've been on each call, even though they've been here. So I planned for them to be here. It's just today is my day as grandma. They're with me completely. Thank you.
Copy. Got it. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job,
Thank you.
Linda. Because somebody in Linda's situation could easily just not do it, right? Like she could easily just be like, well, I'm not doing it. So shout out to you, Linda. That's what it takes. Proud of you. Definitely proud of you for that. Let's bring up the next person.
Good morning, everyone.
How are you, love?
This was a very powerful class for me. And what I learned most is about moving the money being currency. Because I have a tendency to stack and not really move my money, but I do invest. But that's why I'm here, is to learn these tools and skills so I can maximize what I have. So I just want to thank you so much for all of this valuable information. And I've written everything down, and I did order the book as well. So thank you again. I appreciate you.
Absolutely, 100%. Everyone send some love in the chat to Miss Crystal. We appreciate you, Crystal. Great job. As we come to a close, we will have a guided meditation tomorrow. Don't forget we have class tonight, so make sure you're early. You're on time for class. That's what early is, being on time. Well, that's what on time is, being early. Let's make sure I make that very clear. So that way you get a head start. You're not feeling rushed, because remember, you're not going to retain as much information as you think that you are. Only 10%. So use those mind maps as a way to help you write down your notes better and organize it in your brain. Okay? Makes sense? All right. All right. So as we close, we get ready to close. Let me read the polls. Let me put the response on the chat. All right. Cool. If we can see the responses, let me know in the chat. Say, which feels truest about your current relationship with debt? 41% says, I see it as a tool for growth. Was that before or was that now? I mean, was that before? Yeah, was that before or is that now? Like, let me know in the chat. If you chose that, was that before or is that now? Before the class or now? 11% said I avoided like the plague. I remember looking at the chat and there was a lot of negatives in that chat about debt. So to see a lot of positives right now, that's pretty good. So did you see debt as a tool for growth before or now? Because now I'm seeing a lot of befores, but if I'll scroll back all the way to the top, I remember what y'all was saying about debt. Okay. Debt was the devil. It was knocking. All right. Number 2, what's your current needle mover you've been avoiding? 46% said launching my offer. How many of you actually have a business, you have an offer that you want to launch, but you've been afraid to launch it? After tomorrow, you won't be afraid to launch it anymore. Okay. After tomorrow, you won't be afraid to launch it. Question 3 says, what keeps you from taking big business risks? The fear of failure was number 3 on the list, with 23% of people saying fear of failure. 30% says not enough support. 41 says a lack of clarity. And then 7% said I actually take risks often, which is pretty good. So shout out to you all. What I want you all to think about is this. From 61 people, 4 people said I actually take risks often. In order for you to truly get to where you want to be, you must take risks. That's just the bottom line of it. We don't know how any of this is going to pay out. We don't know because nothing is certain. But one thing's for sure. If you don't do, you don't get. So as nothing is certain, but one thing's for sure, if you don't do, you don't get. Please make sure you're doing your best to put yourself out there, because if nobody knows about you or people forget about you, those are the 2 fastest ways for your business to fail. Okay. So don't be afraid to take the risk. Don't be afraid to shoot. Failure is just the first attempt in learning. It's not really failure. Okay. All right. So with that being said, we're done. We're done with it. As you can tell, you can look at the poll results on your device right now, and you can see. Cool. I think, Yolanda, are you raising your hand to come up here? Or you just put an emoji in the chat to raise your hand for you? Or is it you just was saying that's me? I think you were saying that was me, right? Cool. All right. Sunshine, we're getting ready to close up. Let's send a request for everybody to come off of mute. I want you to snap it up and clap it up. There's going to be a homework in the chat. I want you to itemize your good debt. I want you to itemize your bad debt. And I want you to see what are you going to use your debt for, or your credit, and so to speak, and put it in the chat. But we're going to put the homework inside the chat, so that way you can do that homework. Okay. At this time, come off of mute, snap it up, clap it up. I want you to go out with a bang. I want you to bring so much energy, because your next level is loading.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That is good.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Great day, y'all. Have a great day.
Awesome day. Thank you. God bless.
Have a great day. It's gonna be phenomenal.
Thank you.
Go be
See, everything is temporary. What I do with my time is what matters. I want to make sure I impact every single soul that I come in contact with. I can't do it by myself. If I'm going to change the world, I'm going to inspire the world, I'm going to need other people. I'm going to need you. I'm going to need your support. And if I can have your attention, please, I want you to stand up. I want you to clap it up. I want you to snap it up. I want you to make so much noise, because your next level is loaded.